You are lovable and deserving of love. That is what I want for you to know and understand this year and every year moving forward. This is something that I've had to continuously tell myself. It's an affirmation that I have to repeat to myself every single day. I am worthy of love, I'm deserving of love, and I'm lovable. No matter what you've done in your life, no matter if you've hurt somebody or you let somebody hurt you, if you're dealing with the guilt or the shame of those experiences, or if you've been in a relationship where a person didn't make you feel lovable or it damaged your self-worth, I need you to understand that regardless of any experience that you've had in a relationship, with a family, you are lovable and worthy of love. You are worthy of the love that you desire in the way that you desire it. You are worthy of love in the way that you need for it to feel, to look like you are worthy of that. You are worthy of not having to settle for something just because it's there. You deserve to be loved. And the first step in getting that love is to, one, believe it. You have to believe that you are worthy of somebody or people loving you, showing up for you, being there for you. And then the second thing is to love yourself. Show people that you love yourself and be the example of the love that you want in your life. And I'm saying this from experience because this is something that I've been dealing with and battling with. I recently had to go to the hospital, and while I was in the hospital, I just kept telling my husband, y'all, oh man, I feel so bad that you had to be here and that you came here and you got to go to work. And he's like, I want to be here. I love you. You deserve for me to be here. And I'm like, why do I continuously feel bad for people loving me? Why am I battling with feeling worthy and deserving of people loving me and showing up for me? This is something that is like deep rooted into us from experiences in our childhood. I remember feeling a type of way that, I was on a dance team, I was on a basketball team, and nobody showed up for my game. Nobody showed up for my performances, and I continuously went through my life trying to prove that I was worthy of being seen. I continuously tried to overachieve, and I overexerted myself, and I overextended myself to show people that I was valuable, to show people that I was worthy of them seeing me and loving me. But I recently realized you are worthy and deserving of love just because you exist, just because you're a being, just because you're here. And especially if you're somebody like me who has a big heart, you tend to want to love people. You tend to want to overlove people and overgive and overdo. But a lot of times we got to pull that back and give it to ourselves. We have to pour that love into ourselves that we are seeking from everything and everybody outside of us. And we got to pour that back into inside of ourselves. Oftentimes we can get consumed in everybody else's stuff and things and showing up for everybody, but we really got to take a step back and ask ourselves, how are we showing up for ourselves? How are we loving on ourselves? One thing that I've talked about and one thing that I love doing is taking myself on a solo date. I love my solo time and doing things for myself, by myself. And when I don't do those things for me, I see it, I feel it. And that is like a non-negotiable for me in my self-love journey, is taking time for myself to love on me. Oftentimes I'll get sidetracked by other things that I have to do for other people. And I can imagine that other women or other people do that as well. Getting overwhelmed with other things that you have to do for everyone else in your life, things that you have to do at work, things that you have to do for your family, especially at this age that we're at now. Most people have elderly parents, they have children, they have siblings, and we are trying to balance everything and everybody. And we have to remember that we are worthy and deserving of time for ourselves. We are worthy and deserving of people helping us and being there for us. And this is literally a video that I'm going to watch back for myself so that I can hear me saying these words, because this is something that I have to continuously tell myself every single day. I have a list of affirmations that I say to myself every single day. You are worthy. You are deserving. You are lovable. I love me. I love myself. I'm joyful. I'm worthy and deserving of joy and fun and peace and happiness in my life. We have to rewire our mindsets and the things that made us feel the negative emotions that we experience. I recently learned that there were things that were said about me and to me when I was a child that I more than likely internalized. And so now as an adult, I'm spending all this time trying to figure out, like, why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like I have to do so much for everybody else? Where does this come from? And now that I'm on this healing journey and I'm unpacking all of these emotions and everything and recognizing patterns in my family and how I'm lashing out and having outbursts in my family when they don't do certain things for me, why do I do that? Why is the little girl in me still unsettled by certain experiences? It's because I haven't healed that part of me. I haven't nurtured that part of me. And for a lot of us, we have to take the time to reparent ourselves in a lot of ways. I lost my mom when I was 14. My dad was in jail from when I was 5 to 21. And so I've had to do a lot of reparenting on both ends of just telling myself, like, it's okay. You're safe. You're deserving. Life is beautiful. Life is in abundance. Everything is in abundance. You're all right. And we have to continuously tell ourselves these positive things, or else we'll continue to be in this negative cycle and mindset spiral, and it will hinder us from getting to where we want to be and to where we can be. So, my message for you all is that you are lovable, you are deserving of love, you are worthy of love. Release all guilt, release all shame. Anything that you've done that you may have done during times when you didn't feel the most beautiful or you didn't feel worthy of love. You may have let somebody disrespect you. You may have let somebody do all different types of things or say things to you that you wish you would have spoke up about. Let it go. Journal about it. Let it go. Release it. Write down in a journal, I release all things that no longer serve me. I release all negative experiences that I've had in the past. Because when we hold on to these things, it holds us back and it makes us sick. And these are things that I've been learning and working on letting go. And the more that I journey through life and the more that I am aware of the experiences that I'm going through and how my life experiences has shaped who I am and who I'm becoming, the more I'm able to identify, like, oh, okay, I recognize that I'm experiencing this and this is where that might come from. Let me go ahead and deal with this. And so my wish for anyone who watches this video this year is to be more self-aware and to be more in tune with you and your self-love journey. Even if you're in a situation now with family or friends or a romantic relationship and you feel like you can't do better, you can. You deserve for people to treat you well. You deserve for people to show up for you. I have dealt with a lot of emotions around familial love, and a lot of that has stemmed from my experience in foster care and losing my parents. And I have been learning to cultivate community and family for myself in the way that feels good for me. And I caught myself upset with my family, like, oh, they don't do this and they don't do that, nah. And I was angry, and little girl in me was sad. You know, my inner child was angry, and I heard God say, I already fixed this problem. I've already given you what you need to feel included, to feel seen, to feel loved. Pay attention. You have exactly what it is that you need. You don't have to be afraid no more. You don't have to feel like you're unlovable anymore, because you literally have people in your life who love you and pour into you and invite you places and show up for you. We have to look around, and there may be things that you might be ignoring. I know that when I was dealing with friendships where I felt like my friends weren't showing up for me, I had to stop and think, like, I have people who want to be in my life as friends, and they text me, call me all the time, checking in, and here I am begging for this person to do these things that this person's already doing. No, we have to be realistic with ourselves and the things that we allow in our lives, and we have to hold ourselves accountable and also hold other people accountable as well. And we don't always necessarily have to speak on these things, just move accordingly. So this year, I want you to move accordingly, and move accordingly in your relationships. If people aren't treating you the way that you deserve, learn to be okay with walking away. It's going to be hard, but you deserve the peace, and you deserve to be loved unconditionally and fully by yourself and by the people around you. So that is my word for today. And if you are new to this channel, please be sure to join my loved ones community that I'm growing over here, and the Fully Loving Yourself podcast that will be linked in the description box below. I'm going to be trying to come here more with just these unfiltered thoughts and motivational tips, and then on the podcast we'll be going more in depth with just experiences that I've been going through that I want to share with you all that I think will be helpful. So I hope that you all have a beautiful start to your year, and that you have a beautiful year in general. I'm also going to link a video with some healing affirmations that I did on live a few weeks ago. I think that you will find them very beneficial. All right, loved ones, as always, be bold, be joyful, and always be fully loving yourself.